Hey guys, Pace Morby here. If this is the first time you're to our channel, please like, subscribe, give us a little bit of love. I have one of my favorite people in this industry, Jerry freaking Norton. This guy is a flipping genius. He's unbelievable. I've been following Jerry for quite a while. I met Jerry in a mastermind actually here locally in Arizona called The Go-Giver, which neither one of us attend anymore.
I don't have time.
Right, you don't have time.
I'm sure it's good.
It's amazing.
I love Brandon.
I do too. I've gone back to speak at it, but I don't attend it anymore. However, I was able to meet Jerry a couple of years back, and he's been a hero of mine ever since. I call Jerry, I text Jerry, and I ask him for advice frequently. But today, we're going to be asking Jerry, if you had to start all over with nothing, the only thing he had is what is in between his two ears, his knowledge, his experience, but no resources, no money, nothing. What would Jerry do? Let's get into it. All right, Jerry, if I had to drop you in middle of nowhere, let's say Omaha, Nebraska, which is not necessarily middle of nowhere, it's a pretty decent sized city. If I dropped you into Omaha, Nebraska.
It's not in my top 10 places to live.
Of course, but I'm sure you've done a deal there.
Yeah.
Right, that's the problem with Jerry is he's done a deal everywhere, so this is kind of a cheat code. Some people I interview and I ask this actual question to, they go, I don't know, I've never done a deal there. So Jerry's got a cheat. He's done deals in just about every single state. Have you done a deal in Alaska?
I have not.
No, okay. So
I have not.
Jerry, I drop you off in Anchorage, Alaska.
Great.
Now you're screwed. You have no money. You have a cell phone, but none of your contacts. So
Okay.
if you need to get a hold of somebody or you need to dial, you need to do whatever you can.
Okay.
What would you do to get your first deal in 30 days? And I highly doubt Jerry Norton needs 30 days.
I know exactly what I would do. Here's what I would do. So as of this recording right now, redfin.com, they offer a feature called Fixer Upper. So if you don't know this, what happens is Redfin, they have an algorithm and they look at the descriptions in the listings and they look for keywords like fixer, handyman, TLC, all those words. And then if it fits their algorithm, they create a category called Fixer. You can checkbox it. So I would go into Anchorage, Alaska. I would checkbox Fixer Upper. It's going to give me a list of active homes for sale that Redfin identified as Fixer Uppers. So right out of the gate, I know I've got a list. Sometimes it's a big list. Like
So if I've got my cell phone, like an iPhone,
yeah,
I can do this all
right
from
on your
my
phone.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I would do that. I would get a short list of what they would call active for sale fixer-uppers, and then I would start working through that list. Now, the reason why is because it's a distressed property. It's on market now, so it's not off market. So that means there's real estate agents. So step two would be I would call the listing agent, not a buyer's agent representing me on an offer. I'd call the listing agent direct. I would follow a strategy I call double dip, which is you go straight to the listing agent and you say, hey, I'm interested in your listing. I want to make an offer. Will you represent me as the buyer? Now you're already representing the seller, but will you do a dual agency? Some states don't allow dual agency. There's some workarounds to that. I don't know if Alaska allows it or not, but I still do it, by the way, even if they don't, because they'll just have me work with someone in their office.
Right.
Okay. So then I would tell that listing agent, hey, I want to make an offer. I want to make a cash offer. I want you to write for me. If I do, can you, and are you up for getting both sides of the commission? 9 out of 10 times, they're all over this because you doubled their commission now.
Right.
They're going from 3% to 6%, right? Because they get 3 for the seller, 3 for the buyer side.
Right.
Now they're highly motivated. So the next thing I would do is I'd say, okay, I'd look at comps right on Redfin. You can do it. I'd look at comps. I'd run my formula. I'd figure out where's a good deal. I would make that offer to that agent, and I'd say, call up the seller right now, make a cash offer. Let's see if we can put a deal together. What I found is, depending on how long it's been out for sale, the price, the real estate agent, all of the same factors we always have when we're looking at leads, is I can usually find, if I do this enough, if I call enough times, I can usually find an agent who's hungry enough to present my offer to the seller, a seller motivated enough to look at a cash offer. Ideally, if the property just came out, I've got a much bigger shot at it because I'm first to the deal.
So you're not going after houses that have been listed for 4 or 5 months. You're going after houses that are pretty new. But they're fixer-uppers.
Yes.
Okay.
So I put a filter with the newest to oldest, and I start with the newest ones. But some of my best deals have been the ones listed for the longest.
Yeah.
Same as you do with creative financing. It's sitting there, it's not moving, maybe they're motivated.
So right? What's my opening line to the agent?
I'm interested in making an all-cash offer on your property, on your listing at 123 Main Street. I'll let you write the offer for me, call me. So I'll text them first. Now they call you instantly because they're like, wait, what? Cash offer? I write it? I'm all in. So they'll call me right away.
Do they need to be educated on the fact that they're going to be double dipping on the deal, or do they pick up on it when you send them that text?
Most pick up instantly. They know exactly what you're saying. Some of them you have to coach them through it a little bit and be like, hey, this is how this works. Now, this is a little bit of a gray area. Some agents are like, I'm not comfortable representing both parties.
Just get, like you said, get somebody in their office.
Right. That's called designated agency, and that's totally normal.
Easy.
Yeah, and they still get they'll get a referral fee.
So I've seen you do this, by the way. Okay, so I've seen you do this multiple times on your YouTube channel, which is one of the best because he has a Watch Me Wholesale series.
We do it on there like crazy. Yeah.
Right. He literally does it right from this computer I'm staring at, and he has the camera on him. He's doing it. He shows you the screen. All of this is 100% not fictitious. This is stuff you're doing right now. Mm-hmm. And you use these exact lines, and it's amazing to see these agents. They jump all over it, right? So what am I doing with the property? Let's say I get the house under contract.
Yeah. So here's the part that everybody misunderstands about wholesaling is a lot of people think, well, you can't wholesale on-market properties.
Right.
I see this actually taught from industry experts on YouTube everywhere. They say you cannot do it. Well, that's not true. The only thing you can't do is assign a contract that has a no assignment clause. That's it.
Right.
On-market's no different than off-market other than there's an agent involved.
Right.
So you get a contract, as long as there's no assignment clause, that contract's assignable.
And even if there is a no assignment
there's ways
clause,
around that too.
You can double close.
Double close,
right?
Or what we do is an LLC, sell the LLC, right? So there's all kinds of ways around that. But once we get the contract, then we go and we take it to a cash buyer and we assign that on-market contract.
Love it.
Like you would any other deal.
How fast do you think you could do this?
So on the show, we've actually done, I think 2 or 3 actual deals from just the random show. We spin a wheel, we pick a market.
It's the greatest.
We pick a property, so it's like one property in that market turns into a deal. We've done it 2 or 3 times now. Just randomly trying to show how to do it.
How quick can you do it? In a day?
Yeah.
So somebody that says, how do I get started in real estate? And I send them this video. There's no reason you need to accumulate a bunch of cash. You don't need a ton of experience. You don't need to be a buyer. You don't need to be anything. You can just assign this deal, and essentially the cost of this contract maybe what?
Zero. So the reason why I would advise this as a first strategy is because there's zero marketing cost.
Okay, so
zero.
Here's my question. Why are you not telling people to use Flipster?
Well, you can. So you can use Flipster. There's a monthly subscription, which isn't much.
So you're showing people, hey, this is truly a zero cost, and that's why you go Redfin.
If I show with Flipster, then the comments I get is, oh, well, sure, if you're paying for software, yeah, you can do it. So what I want to do is I want to say, give me nothing. Give me free. Give me Zillow.
This is why I love you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same thought process. Is even this challenge that I'm thinking about doing, somebody comes in my comments and goes, well, yeah, but we all have 9-to-5 jobs, so of course we're only going to be able to do it. And I go, okay, great. I'm going to go to Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going to get a job on a construction crew, and then I will do this stuff in the afternoon and show you that it's possible with a 9-to-5. And that's why I asked you, can you do the Watch Me Wholesale Live, get a house under contract within just a couple of hours?
Mm-hmm. You sure can. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Guys, if you're not watching Jerry Norton on his channel, he truly does this stuff. You're one of the only guys, actually I think you're currently the only guy on YouTube that is showing people the step-by-step process all the way through and saying, watch me do it.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody else talks theory, not actual showcasing their talents and their skills. Jerry does it all the time. So go over to Jerry's channel. What's it called?
Flipping Mastery.
Flipping Mastery with Jerry Norton. Go check him out, guys. We'll see you on the next episode.